Should have done it before, but it didn't. How did I do this before? Trying to get. That's scary. Let's see. I know you guys are much more interested in the kittens and the knitting than you are seeing me. So let's see how that looks. I think that might work. Look who's come to visit us already. We have a baby, and her name is Audrey. Audrey is a precious little creature. All right, so I also want to get my screen up here so that I can make sure everything is doing as it is supposed to be doing. It shows we are live, so that's good. And it looks like we are broadcasting. Yay, I think, by George, we might just have it. So let us lower this just a wee bit. See that we've got a good view so that when kittens come around, we'll be able to see them. I think so. And look, guys, unlike yesterday where I did this whole thing and did not have my microphone on, friends coming to see us, I have my microphone on today. I'm so sorry, guys. I feel like if everything were just to go perfect right out of the gate, I don't know if that would be okay. That might be a problem, actually. So, anyway, say hello, friend. He's being kind of sweet today. He likes to groom the kittens, but then he also likes to show that he is in charge around here. Okay, buddy, I'm going to work on my project, so you're going to have to scoocheroo or find a different place to be, okay? So let's do this. Whee. All right. Nope, that's not. I'm trying to make you go off of me, buddy. I know, it's hard to do that. So this is my, if you guys are seeing this is my half and half from the spring solstice. I got it all done, and it's so glorious. My intentions today were that I was going to record a regular video for you guys to show you my finished objects. And one of the finished objects I wanted to show you was the granny merge blouse that I was working on yesterday. And I have learned a new thing about me. So I have not crocheted more than maybe an hour max, probably at least in the last year or more. I don't do much crochet at all. But yesterday I picked that up and I crocheted for about 5 hours, I think, because after I got off with you guys, I went on for about another hour. And then I thought, okay, I'll call it a day. I really only have like maybe 5 more rounds to do, and it'll be completed because I want to have it to wear on Saturday for the 4th of July. So I thought to myself, no big deal. I'll just wake up tomorrow, and in the morning with coffee, I like to do some crafting, and I'll just finish that off and it'll be done and I can show it. And I woke up this morning and I was still asleep, but I moved my hand and the pain brought me all the way to life. I've had pain before, obviously, and I've had joint pain and inflammation and stuff like that before. But whatever we were moving and that crocheting yesterday, wow, my right hand, the way that I can describe it is to say that it literally felt like there was glass in my joints because when I went to move like this, oh, that was excruciating. It just felt like I was grinding shards of glass in there. So I decided to not crochet today. I am just going to take the day off from crochet and we're going to finish that off tomorrow because my hands or joints or whatever are not used to crocheting. Knitting does not, I can knit for 10 hours. And yeah, my hands will get a little bit sore, but it's nothing that once I stretch my hands or what, it's like in the moment, soreness, stiffness, not lingering and afterwards. This was horrible. So we have a leave on board and we are not going to crochet today. We'll do that tomorrow. So on that note, just being lazy and but wanting to do something fun and something different, which is why I started that granny merch anyways, because I was just bored with everything else I've been working on. I decided to go on ahead and get out my kit, open it up. So y'all aren't going to get to see me unbox it because I was being impatient this morning. But I'll still show you. I ordered the kit for the Artus, Artus shawl from the Woolly Thistle. And it arrived and it is so cute. It comes with this little project bag, the Woolly Thistle, which is really cute. And on the back side, it says, all knitting is good knitting. I would agree with that. That's good. So if you order the kit, you get that. And then you get all the yarn. And this yarn, oh my gosh, guys, I cannot tell you. First of all, look at how they finished the little, I thought that was so cute. The way they actually sew um, the labels. I just thought it was cute. I don't know why. It's just like one more little handmade thingy that just makes it look cute. But the yarn that the Natasha, I can't remember, the yarn that she used for her model was this yarn, the Lichen and Lace. And this is a yarn from Canada. It is Rustic Heather Sport, 100% Canadian wool. These come in 56-gram skeins, 215 yards, made in Canada. And I just bought her exact model kit. So the colors are the same. I think she did a great job with the colors. So I just decided to stick with what I knew was going to work. So I got 3 skeins of shrub. Those 2. And then I've already got 1 caked up here. So we've got that. And then we got 1 skein of pollen. It's a really pretty green. I mean, the first one was green too, which is a deeper color. And then we have 1 skein of sky, which is beautiful. I love this color. And then a skein of ash, which is a beautiful deep gray. And not lastly, well, yeah, it is lastly because we actually have 2 skeins of birch, which is aptly named. It's a pretty gray that has a brownish undertone in the gray. So beautiful, beautiful. I cannot tell you guys, I love knitting with natural fiber, but I haven't really ever knit with any what I would call rustic wool. And this is literally listed as rustic Heather Sport Canadian wool. So when I think of rustic, when someone says it, I think of something that's going to feel scratchy and ungood. This does feel rustic, but not unpleasant. And I have actually watched reviews on this yarn too. It feels real. I think that's the word I want to say. It doesn't feel like it's been chemically processed. It feels like sheep. And that sounds silly, but it feels like sheepy, and it's not unpleasant to me at all. Not one bit. I can feel a little bit of that toothiness that, people speak of, but this isn't an unpleasant. It's actually something I'm finding I really, really like. And if you'd have just asked me, hey, do you think you'll like knitting with this yarn over some other really ultra soft? I would say, "Oh, I would not like this." I love this. I love the way this feels in the hands because, like I say, the whole experience is just that it feels real. Hi, Donna. How are you? I'm going to be knitting too, and after I get everything set up here, I figure what I'll do here is I'm just going to introduce you guys. I wanted to show you this, and then I'm going to start working on my project. And so I won't be talking the whole stream. It's really going to be a very casual knitting live stream. It'll go until I get tired of doing this. And there will be times when I pop in and say something. If I notice a chat come through, I will respond on that. But it's going to be less about a lot of, there's obviously no script at all, but less about a talking live knit and more about a knitting circle style live knit, kind of like yesterday. So, anyways, I love this. I love the feel of it. It feels good. Even if I rub it on my neck, it does not bother me at all. I could think if I was really trying to give it a hard time, if I was hot and I had this on my neck, I could imagine that I could feel more prickly. But I'm not going to be wearing it when it's hot anyways. But this is out of the skein. And all of the reviews that I read about this yarn, people also said that while it does feel fairly rustic in the hand while knitting with it, once it's blocked, it becomes quite a bit softer. So I love this yarn. I am loving knitting with it. It feels great in my hands. I can only imagine how gorgeous it will be. And I think it's going to be so good for this mosaic knit project because when you're doing color work, you've got floats. Even with mosaic, you have floats across the back. And so using a good woolly wool is very helpful in that once it's blocked, all of those strands kind of, come together. So you don't have to worry about pulling a loose bit. Everything becomes very cohesive on the stranded side or the side with the floats. So I think it's going to be gorgeous. It feels, like I say, it feels real. And I can't tell you how much I love that. And it feels like something that once it's done, it's going to last forever. Like this feels good. I love linen quill. But it does, I mean, my cats can snag it and um different things. It doesn't feel delicate, but it doesn't feel like this feels like sturdy. This feels strong. So that is my little haul from the Woolly Thistle, and I will definitely be purchasing more items from them in the future. And here is my caked up yarn in the color Shrub. That's what we start with. And I have just been working on the very top section of this shawl, which is just gorgeous. I must say, this is not obviously a color work part. This here is a waffle stitch is what she calls it. And it is so pretty. And to be quite honest with you, an entire shawl made just in this waffle stitch would be really beautiful. Let me hold that up there and see if you guys can see it better. Yeah, an entire shawl just in this stitch pattern would be really gorgeous. And it's a very easy pattern repeat to figure out. It doesn't seem that way because when you look at it, it's a 12 row repeat. But number one, all of the odd rows, which are on the right side, are just knit with increases. They're exactly the same. So therefore, 6 of those 12 rows are just identical. And then the odd rows really only change from knitting or purling. Um, so you do like 1, knit everything, right side. Row 2, purl everything. Row 3, knit everything, right side. Row 4, purl. So you're just alternating knit, purl on the wrong side rows that make up those 6 of the 12. So don't look at a 12 row repeat and think, oh my goodness, I'll never figure that out. Yeah, you kind of figure it out pretty quick actually. So I've done 2 of the 12 row repeats. I have to do 2 more of the 12 row repeats. And then I start with, this is a mosaic pattern for the most part, but there is at the very beginning of the shawl, we have this waffle followed by a little band of 2 color stranded color work. And then you go back to the waffle and then another little 2 color stranded, just a little band where you're, alternating the colors back and forth to get a little band of a striped color effect. You do that, repeat that a few times, and then you get going on the actual mosaic pattern. So I know that I did show this previously, but just to be a good steward here, in case any of you are wondering and you don't want to pull it up right now and look at it yourself, I can show you this shawl. Oops. So yeah, it's Natasha Hornsby or Hornby, sorry. Natasha Hornby. And I'm on not her. This. Ah, ha, ha, ha. There we go. That's what she looks like. Very beautiful. And that's the color palette that I have, is what this model is. So that is how mine should look when I am done. And I think it's just beautiful. And here's another picture that kind of shows from the front with it kind of wrapped. She's got a little wrap going there. Anyways, I think it's quite beautiful and I am excited to be working on it. So that's what we're doing. That is the Artus Shawl by Natasha. And I'm saying Natasha, it is Natasja. Hornby, Hornby. All right. So that's what we're doing, guys. So looks like we've got Miss Marilyn, we've got Sunny, we've got Elvis, and we've got Friend here right now joining us. So I'm going to get peaceful and quiet. I'm going to put a little music on in the background. Didn't even hear it yesterday, but that's, like I said, bought these microphones and then completely forgot to use them yesterday. So some days it just bees that way. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear the background music or not, but it does kind of help cut down on the sounds of things such as air conditioner clicking off and on and what have you. So here, and that would be Friend snoring. And now here comes Hank, and we love him very much because he's a darling dear. Let's see. Oh, Oh, that's going to be really loud. Hopefully, everyone doesn't get too rowdy. No, well, now, this is I'm answering Jackie. She asked, "Does it only come in the original colors?" No. Um, there are other sellers, not the Woolly Thistle. The Woolly Thistle only offers the original color kit, but Sonder Yarn has curated quite a few different color palettes, and they have some examples on their site. Um, but it's just 5 colors. You pick 5 colors and you could just pull from stash if you want. It's taking, you'd want to look for something fingering sport weight ish, right? This one, like I said, it has 215 yards and 56 grams. So I think as long as you get around that same gauge of yarn, you can use whatever you want. If you go onto the Ravelry site um, and look up the pattern for the artist, there are so many projects and people have made some gorgeous, gorgeous color. I was looking at all the colors and I think I just got overwhelmed because I was like, I could never put these colors together in the ways that people did. Um, if I enjoy doing the mosaic part of it as much as I'm enjoying this part, um, the chances are probably very good that I will make more than one. And at some point, I'm sure I will make, try to do my own little color palette. But yeah, I know that Sonder Yarns does sell kits. It's not the same yarn either. It's just whichever yarn that they chose. But I don't know. I guess I I usually always do my own thing. But for whatever reason on this shawl, I just decided to just go with the exact everything um, that the pattern writer recommended. Just to do it. I never do it. I always change something. Even when I say I'm not going to, I change something. So I'm really sticking with it on this. So yeah, but yeah, you can get a lot of good inspiration by looking at the projects on Ravelry because there are a lot and they look so good. Okay, so yay! Did you get any good unicorns? You love it all? I think if you do the 3+8, you're guaranteed at least one unicorn, which is a color that's not for sale in the bag that you chose it or that you got. So you got the totes. Well, I'm glad that you liked them all. I love mine. I've been using one of the bags as a purse daily. And because I didn't buy the canvas organizer that they had. Um, but I did just purchase one off of Amazon for like $10, which is exactly the same that I can tell. It's just not that brand. Um, so I can switch out really easy because I just reach my hand in, grab my organizer, and pull it out and stick it in my new bag. But one, I've kept a project in one the whole time, and then the other two I've been alternating between carrying as purses. Where am I at? Whatever I'm doing, it's the wrong way. Okay. I'm going to, let me think how I want to do what I'm doing here. If that music is too loud in the background, someone please let me know and I'll turn it down. I don't want it to be distracting. I just thought it would be helpful to kind of, I don't know, people are always mowing or the air conditioner's clicking off and on. The little robot starts turning. There's a plethora of things that are going to happen. And then I'm not just sitting here falling asleep listening to kittens purr if there's at least a little bit of music in the background. Okay. Yeah, that website is called sonderyarnco.com, Jackie. And they're the ones that have all the different color kits. So SONDER yarnco.com. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different kits in different colors available. This one's really pretty. Just for fun, I'll kind of hold that one up. That's another kit they have. It's got pops of red and pretty. Anyway, so you might check them out if you're like me. And oh, this one's pretty too. It doesn't show a model that's completed, but I don't know. I might just buy one of their kits next time and try it. But it's got like really pretty fuchsia. I love that. Okay, it says fuchsia, which I love, and the ivory color. You got a honey. Oh, you ordered chili red. I have been on the fence. There is a particular style of bag that I really kind of want. It's the koala, I think it's called. It's a sling style that is crossbody. Um, but I have not been able to settle on what color I want. So I'm glad you got some good ones. Yeah, I got one of the fuchsia colored ones too. It's not called fuchsia though. It's kind of like this color right here, but a little deeper, and it's called Catalea, which is apparently like a flower. I had to look it up because I didn't know what it was, but it is my favorite. It's so pretty. What are you doing, Hank? Knocking things down, buddy? Come here, guys. Babies. I'll tell you what, this summer with these flies about to do me in. Something very cute though. My mother-in-law, she was so excited to show me, and I know why, because they are adorable. But she said, I got you a surprise, and she gave it to me, and it was these fly swatters. She got me 2 of them so I can put them in different rooms. But they're shaped like kitty cats, little black kitty cat heads, and they have a expandable handle so you can telescope them longer or shorter, but they're really cute. And I was making very good use of that yesterday. But these kitty cats, they are on it. When they see a fly in the window, they are trying to get it, which is nice in only so many ways because they tend to knock a lot of stuff down trying to get to these stinky flies. I really dislike flies. I just love this yarn so much, guys. I love it. I never thought that I would like the idea of working with rustic yarns, but I love it and I love it. That was fast. That only went for a few seconds before it hit the commercial. Rude. A fly hunter. I usually it's kind of nice on the one hand, but I don't know. He's over there. They say there's something I don't even know what it is because I haven't ever experienced it, but I don't know if it's a parasite that cats can get from eating flies or what, but they seldom catch them. And my big cats don't actually eat them. We call them sky raisins. They catch them and they'll chomp them, but they don't, they just leave them laying around, which I'm still grateful that they're not flying around anymore. But he eats them. Maybe some protein, you know. Hank, what are you doing? This little orange guy has my whole heart. He is just such a darling little creature. I just adore him. I adore them all. Oh, goodness. My right index finger, because I have a hole in my finger from pushing. I hate that this little heart stays in my way all the time. Pushing your needles on your right index. Oh, from that, pushing the needle like that. I find myself doing that sometimes. I try not to. I try just to grab my yarn here and slide. That makes sense. I don't know. Let me see. Let me look at my viewfinder and see if that's even showing what I'm talking about. So instead of doing and putting my finger, which I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, Donna, I'll do it. You can see I got a dent in my finger right now. But when I notice it or it starts hurting, then I start trying to just put my finger on my loop that I picked up and holding it there and pulling it off. Try to just swap it up. See if that'll help. Give your little finger a break. Yeah, they have those little moleskin things too. Those are really nice. They're for sewists, for sewing. But you can buy the little moleskin stickers and stick on the tip of your finger. Oh, that's so glorious. But I know that people that use those, the higher sharps, have to really be careful. I mostly just use Chagoo. I'll try that. Yeah, try that. But then if that, buy one of those little moleskin. They come in a pack and they just are little circles. And you can just stick one on your finger. Because I do the same thing all the time. I forget and I'm like, ow, my finger's really starting to hurt. So what do people that don't knit do in the summer? Or at least cross stitch or something. Gosh, it's so hot outside. I can't think of anything that I would rather be doing more than sitting inside and pretending like it's not hot out there. I always thought it'd be fun to do puzzles, but I can't do puzzles because I have cats and they don't allow for that. friend. Be nice to Elvis. See, he starts grooming them. If you watch him, he'll groom, but then he likes to put his teeth on their neck. He doesn't bite down to hurt because they don't ever say anything about it. There he goes. He's got his mouth on. I saw that. I saw that. Like he's just showing them. Like I could end your life right now, but I choose not to, which is extremely benevolent of him. But I don't know why he does that. It's so funny. But I mean, obviously he's loving them and they are loving him. Only 5 more rounds to go. Well, you'll have to let us see. Once you get to the, well, what is it? So I'm guessing is it a top down or is it a bottom up, Donna? I forgot to pull this up. Now I'm on the wrong side row. I don't remember which. I'm starting a new repeat, and I don't know if I start with knits or start with purls. Oops. Bottom up. Okay. So once you join, are you going to be, you've been working in the round this whole time and now you're going to split for front and back? Man, I've ordered me. You would think sitting here in this little seat that I'd be so cozy, but I am not. This chair is just making my butt hurt. So I ordered me one of those purple cushions that the truck drivers use to see if that's going to make me feel better. Let me look on it. Riverwalk. Let me just look and see it so I'll have an idea. Hate hammocks. Oh, that is freaking cute. And it's a free pattern. That's cute. So you're going to get into the really, so you've just been doing stockinette and the round, and now you're getting ready to get up there. You know, the first, I'll come back and see that too. The first sweater that I knit was bottom up. It was Andrea Mallory's Weekender, and I loved it. It didn't bother me one bit. My cat, Fred Astaire, likes to watch her kittens. The other day, he jumped onto the TV stand and sat in front of the screen thinking he could get at them. Oh, how cute. Maybe you need to foster too. Man, this drives me crazy. I look like a hideous beast. And look, why is this taking so long? Um, I don't want my face in there, but it's because I'm looking at my tablet to see the chat. Okay, so we're just gonna pretend like we did not see me. Well, let's just see me proper one time. Hi. See why I don't want to be seen today? Anyway, um, that's so funny. I know Donna's dog gets really excited with the kittens too. My animals don't pay attention to any animals unless it's birds. If there's birds on TV, they're trying to take the TV out. And they have those channels that are supposed to be for cats. I don't know how anybody is able to put those on because I'm scared to death that my cats are going to knock my TV down. I mean, it's a pretty good big TV and it's really heavy, but when they see birds on the screen, they just start freaking out. They want them so bad. Or little squirrels. Like I say, they've got the YouTube channels for cat TV, and it's hilarious. So you've got a little Fred Astaire. Well, did you hear my kitten names? We've got Marilyn and Elvis. We've got Sonny and his sister Cher is somewhere. And then we've got Audrey for Audrey Hepburn and Bogart for Humphrey Bogart, of course. And then we had our one little spare guy that we picked up along the way, and we just named him Hank, like Hank Williams. So we've got all the old celebrity style names going on over here. I think the other thing that I find just so, I don't know, charming about this yarn is it's curly. It's literally kind of curly like a little sheep. I like it. These commercials. Tell you what, does anybody pay for that? Um, I don't even mind the commercials and I never skip them, but specifically this video is titled No Ads, Free Copyright Music for Background. Um, so you would think if they put it in the literal title, so I don't really feel bad about skipping ads, but I know that that's how creators make their money, and so I don't generally do it, but this is my exception because you said that's why I chose this video, because it was not supposed to have any ads. What did I do with it? Yeah. I have never paid for the premium, but I don't know. $16 is a lot. I just recently canceled my Netflix because they kept raising the price I felt like they were raising it constantly. And it was like going to cost $20 to be able to view it on without ads and with on more than one screen because sometimes my husband will be watching something and I will want to watch something at the same time. So I definitely want to have the ability to do that. Nobody else seems to do that. Um, no other streaming service seems to charge more if you want to stream on more than one device at a time. Not that I know of, anyways. I mean, there may be, but we have HBO Go. It does not do that. We all have our own account set up in the account. Like we choose who's watching on what device, and I don't know if we could say I was watching on two different devices at the same time because, well, I've never done that. But I know that my husband can be in his office and watching something, and I can be in the living room watching something. And it is not, they don't charge us extra for that. But Netflix was really figuring out a way to nickel and dime you in every way. So that was enough of that. I mostly just have the TV on YouTube all day, anyways. Oh, here comes Mama. She's calling all the babies. You know what I just remembered that I forgot? I walk around this living room picking up all their toys because it's just like having toddlers. Um, but I picked up all their little beds and their balls and their mice and their toys and their feathers and all of their things and set them all up on my couch because I intended to run my robot vacuum. And then I just picked up my phone and went to town on this video, setting that up. I never even vacuumed. I forgot. Hi, Steve. It's so good to see you. I never know when anybody else is on. I'm terrible with being organized, so I'm just hopping on anytime. Let's see. Now we're going to 4121. Well, and I'll tell you, I don't know if you just missed it, but all of the kittens were literally up here on my lap, Steve. Mom just walked in and called them, and they all took off. So now they're all just out of view, having a little snackaroo. Um, but they'll be back. I have no doubts. So shouldn't have to wait too long. She doesn't usually tend to them longer than 10 minutes or so. Are you cross stitching today, Steve? Yep, same here. Can you believe it? I mean, I can believe it for Oklahoma, but I didn't think you guys got that hot. But of course, I guess that's just the trend is for everyone to be hot. Um, all the different people that I watch that are in the UK and talking about how they're not, well, maybe it's in the 80s, but which, to those of us who live in the hundreds all the time, we're like, oh, that's like having a cold front. But for them, it's horrible because they don't have air conditioning anywhere. They were talking about they don't have air conditioner in the hospitals. And I thought, oh my gosh, can you imagine being in the hospital in a bed sick and it's 85 or 90 degrees in there and there's no air conditioner? I would I would just be like, let me out. Just throw me in the ocean. I can't. I cannot even think about it. Did I do that wrong? I did. I looked at it though. Why did I do it wrong? Uh, I hate it when I'm not paying attention. Yeah, it's been very humid here too. We've had some much needed, we're still in a drought, but we did finally get some much needed rain, and that just cranked the humidity through the roof. Y'all watch me tink. How frustrating am I with myself? Did I do it the whole time? Yes, I did. I did it the whole time. Ugh, now I've got to tink everything back. I dislike. I don't like to tink. I checked my notes too. Y'all saw me pull it up, look right at it, and I told you guys at the beginning. Oh, it's easy repeat. You're just going to switch. Whoops, that's not right. You're just going to switch on your wrong side rows between knitting and purling every other time. I knew I purled the first time. I knew I was supposed to knit this time. Still double checked it and then just started purling all the way around. At least every other, well, at least every few stitches is a slip stitch. Ugh. Mm. Why do I do the things that I do? I don't know. Okay. Mm. This is the only tink we're doing on this project. We shan't. If you didn't do it at least once, I don't guess it'd be like you were really knitting, but I don't intend to be spending my days tinking here. Ugh. All right, now let's do what we're supposed to do. Y'all, it's the cutest thing that's happening right now. I wonder if I can swing this so you guys can just see. I'm going to try it. I hope no one gets seasick. Let's see. Y'all see that little mama? Isn't she precious? She's so tiny, and all these babies are so darn big. She can't even sit down and nurse them anymore. She has to just, oh, it's over. She said, that's enough of that. Huh. Okay. Now everyone will come running back over here, I bet you. All right, moving the camera back. Whee. Yes, that's right. Steve, tinking is knitting backwards. It is not what we want to do. It makes us very sad in our hearts and souls. These kittens are far too big to be nursing anymore. Oh, here comes Elvis. Hi, buddy. He's going to come be with Friend again. They've become quite, and Friend is going to lick him and then give him a little teeth. They've become kind of cuddly. It's kind of cute. He's got his big old paw right on Elvis. Like, you stay right here. Don't move. All these cats, especially the male cats, they always just have to act so, oh, I don't know, grouchy when we first get kittens in. Then they end up just realizing it's really nice to have these young folk that um, actually kind of look up to you. Think you're really cool, because the rest of the cats in the house do not think that Friend is cool, because they think that they're the ones that are cool. But all these little new cats, they're just like, wow, you're so big and smart. Teach me your ways, wise one. Everyone else is like, get out of the way, Friend. I think I'm going to get out my Addy and whip me up a couple of cake sleeves, yarn cake socks, whatever you want to call them. Since I'm going to have 5 whole skeins for this project before we're, done here. What did I just do? That was not a slip. I don't want all these unraveling in the bag, you know? That doesn't, yeah, it is. Okay, good. I thought I was going to have to tink again. I was fixing to throw in the towel. It's so nice, Cher, that you are using Marilyn's head as a place to rest your, oh, well, she's making up for it. She was just standing on Marilyn's head while she groomed her own foot, but she made up for it by grooming Marilyn. That's so precious. They're not here. Do you think he'd get them, or do you think they'd get him? I know they'd be after him, not in a mean way. They'd be so excited. They'd be like, friends. We love new friends. But my cats, well, we had dogs, um, but they have passed. But all of my cats were around, my personal resident cats were, since they were babies, have had dogs in the house. It's only just this past year that we have not had dogs anymore. And we decided we weren't going to get any more dogs because my husband's already grouching a little bit, which he loves the foster kittens, but he's ready for us to like go do some things, and we really cannot go and do things with foster kittens. So after this batch goes, we're going to take a little break, and that way we can go and do some things. It's hard. And like when we had our dogs, obviously, if we wanted to go do things, we had to board them and whatnot. So, um, we just decided we would not get dogs again because at least with our resident cats, if we want to go somewhere, we just go. Cats are just different than dogs. They need food, they need litter, they need water, and that's it. They don't need to be let in and out. I have so many litter boxes. I clean my litter boxes. Well, I have 3 little robots and they take care of themselves. I just have to change out the bag ever so often. Um, but as far as regular litter boxes, I have 4 regular, and I scoop them twice a day. But I mean, I do that because it makes my life easier. It only takes a minute if you just are very on it and you keep things organized and what have you. I know I could get away with scooping them once a day. I could probably even get away with scooping them every other day since I do have 7 litter boxes, but I don't want to. But yeah, going on vacation, just leave extra litter boxes and extra food and extra water, and you can go away for, days and even a week at a time with cats. But doggies, that does not work. And I've had bad experiences with having people come to my house to take care of dogs because I don't think that everybody does the things that you think they're going to do the way that you would do them. So it's just much easier to board them and know that they're someplace good and nothing's getting chewed up or destroyed or eaten out of vengeance or what have you. Oh my gosh, Elvis is looking so extremely precious right now. What he's got his little hand up on. Oh, what's he doing? He's so cute. Look at him, guys. He's a baby. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I get anything done. I really don't. This is going to be so cozy. It's just going to be one of those because, like I say, with this yarn being as it is, even though it's a sport weight, it just feels hardy. And then with it being color work, also, that is going to make it even more like substantial. It's going to be a really lovely piece. And man, after looking at those Sonder yarn kits, oh, I already am eyeballing those colors that they've got. I did cast on, but I think I'm going to cast off. I think I'm going to frog it. I'm not liking the way it's looking. I had started a pressed flower shawl, um, but I think the yarn that I chose, it just doesn't have enough contrast in it. So I think I'm just going to, I don't like the way it's looking, so I am definitely going to frog it. And then I don't think I'm going to, that's the reason I cast this on, because I told myself I can't cast on unless I cast something off. But that was a project I had already started and I don't like it. So that's getting frogged. And we will not do the pressed flower shawl until something else gets finished. And then we can cast, it on. But that's my rule for me, is that I can't cast anything on just for now because my whips have gotten a little bit too much. So now I was going to say I will probably technically cast off that granny merge tomorrow. I definitely will. I'll show it to you guys. I have it right here beside me. I think I have like 5 more rounds that I need to do, and it'll be done. And it's looking cute. Let's see. Boy, I've got it in a mess. There it is. It's looking cute. So I did put it on, and it is cute. It's oversized, but not obnoxiously so. It's oversized in a very cute, drapey, precious way. So, yeah, I'm excited to have that for 4th of July. And it'll be cute. So that'll get cast off tomorrow. That'll get finished up tomorrow. And then I suppose I could, I don't think I'm going to cast anything on that. I'm not going to count this one as a cast off because it was literally it was meant to be a 1-day deal, but it's not getting counted in the rules. I have so many things that are near completion that need to just get finished. I have one more mitt for my All Roads set. I had started that second big cuff hat. I have 2 different pairs of socks that are like halfway through the second sock. I have my ranunculus that I need to get finished. I have an Andrea Mowry Find Your Fade shawl that I need to finish. I have my other half and half triangles wrap that is like 60 rows from being finished. I have so many whips. These are just the active whips that I have my button box throw that I was working on, and I have my mom's button box throw that I'm working on. These are just the ones that are right here, like in my close proximity. And then I probably have 30 more whips. Ugh, it's a lot. So I don't need to. The 1-in-1 rule, I probably should change it to 2-to-1. I should probably do it as a cast off 2 and cast on 1. Because surely if I would just, half the time, if I would just walk in and start digging through my whips, I would find something that I want to work on. Because it really is, it's usually just a matter of, I don't feel like working on the things that I've been working on recently and want to cast on something different. But sometimes it really is just seeing a project and just being just crazy about it and wanting desperately to have that. And I am 100%, I think, a, I am a product knitter. I know that. I want the things that I want, which is why I think that's just part of my like ADD. Like, I want to start because I want this thing. And then if I don't get that thing like really fairly quickly, I lose steam on it and then I see something else. And I've just always been that way with everything I do. I got into the baking and I've been baking like a fiend. And now I'm kind of tired of baking for a little bit. Oh, okay, Jackie. Well, we're so glad that you stopped by, and just expect to see more of these little just casual knit and chats coming on the channel. But I'll still do regular videos as well, sharing things, not live. So I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Um, but yeah, I definitely get excited about something I see and wanna do the new thing. I was thinking about my cross stitch. I've got so many cross stitch. Oh my lord. It's ridiculous how many cross stitch whips I have. I guarantee you have at least 30 of those. At least 30. And some of them are, I know some of them I will never finish. Full coverage, heaven and earth. It's silly. And yet I do still find myself browsing. I still find myself browsing around. 1, 2, 3 stitch has my whole heart. Um, but I mean, at least when it comes to knit and crochet, I have, the 50-gallon totes. I have several of those full of completed objects. And I have given away just as many things as I've made, at least. So I have lots to show. But my cross stitch, I honestly have only ever completed 2 items, I think. That is so bad. I have got I need to get on it. I just need for us I keep thinking about how fast my little sabbatical is going for being off work. And I'm like, oh, I need something to happen before I go back, before I need to go back. Um, we need a large windfall of cash that from nothing bad, of course. Just, something really good to happen so that I can just knit and cross stitch forever and ever and not have to worry about stupid work and stuff. That would be real good. Let's see. Have more than 5 or 6 going at once. Well, that's why you get things done, Steve, because you're not diverting your attention across 30 different things at a time. And that's so smart of you. I wish I could just be like that. And I know that. I thought if you just focused on a few things ever, you could get things done. But then also having multiple crafts that you like, that makes it even worse. Like if I could just be set on one thing and only have, I mean, the people that do the one thing at a time and never have whips, it's just the one whip, they get stuff done because every time they pick up, it's the one thing every time, and they get stuff done. They're just whipping them out, and here I am piddly farting around for 3 years on the same 32 projects. Oh goodness. But there's just, I don't I joke. I really don't care. Not really. I like to start, like this. I wanted to start this and I thought to myself, self, It's a gross hot summer day out there. You're not going to finish your crochet project. You have this beautiful stuff. Go on and enjoy yourself. This sabbatical isn't going to last forever. Curl up with these kittens. They're not going to be here forever. Make the most of this day doing something you love and just be so grateful and blessed that you get to, right? So grateful and blessed I was able to buy this beautiful yarn. Like, wow, there's a time in my life when none of that would have been possible. It was just, pay bills and hope you have enough left over to make sure the kids have everything they need. Now we can spend money on fancy yarn, and that's so wonderful. Verify, verify here. Okay, what I thought. What I really need to do is I'm interested. Donna is going to be selling some yarn on a different platform. And so she's going to let me know how that goes. And I don't know if it applies to cross stitching supplies too. I don't think it's just like for yarn, but I could be wrong. But I really need to sell some of my fabric from cross stitch because I had gotten quite a collection of like, what is it, like 28 count um, and higher, which I cannot see. My eyesight is just far, far, far too bad. I need to be stitching on like Ada, like 16 count Ada. Even 20 count Ada is really, I'm struggling with 20 count Ada. So trying to use a 28 or a 32 count even weave, especially if it's been hand dyed, which most of my fabrics have been dyed, which also causes them to shrink a little bit. So really they're even a smaller count than that. But I've got lots of fiber on a whim, and I've got lots of, oh darn it, what's that most popular that you can buy, like 123 Stitch and that quarter shop of the dyed. I can't even think of what it's called. It just murky is one of their colors that I really like. I can't think of the darn name of that company. But I've got lots and lots and lots of very beautiful hand dyed fabrics that I need to sell because I will never stitch on them because I am not going to be wearing a microphone. I'm not going to be wearing um, magnifying glasses, and I can't stand to try to use the lamp. I had one of the lamp ones. I don't I just don't like it. I just don't enjoy all of that. I just would rather see what I'm doing and just be able to wear my regular glasses or at least a plain old pair of readers, maybe with a little higher strength than my normal prescription glasses that I could just throw on. But it's just, I need to sell it off. There's no point in me having it. Keep double checking to make sure I'm on the right path here. My two faves are 40 count and 25 count. Well, I've got lots of 25 count Lugano that I was doing 1/1. Same thing. It is gorgeous to look at. It's hurting me. You can see great. Well, that's so nice. And see, the biggest problem with, I can't, I will pop on regular readers and they do help, but the problem is that I have astigmatism. So my regular glasses have, readers built in to them for my corrected astigmatism prescription, but they're just regular strength. So if I do pop out my readers, I can get away with a little bit higher strength, but it does still put strain on my eyes because they're not obviously for astigmatism, which does change your prescription. So rude. So that's what I'm dealing with. Well, when I go through all my stash, if I see any, and Lugano is what I would always purchase. I prefer to even weave over linen. I don't really have much linen at all. Um, Most everything I have is Lugano. What is that fabric manufacturer that I'm thinking of that does all of the hand dyed yarns? Something Colorworks, Dye Works. I can't even think of the name of it. It's really driving me bananas. I have so much of their fabric. I have the cutest little Plum Street sampler. I bought two patterns that were they kind of went together. One was Buzz Off, and the other one was Eat Crow. And I bought a big, big piece of 25 count, kind of like the Country Mocha colorway, just that kind of color, to stitch both of those on. And I wasn't sure if I was going to make them into pillows or double, frame them side by side or whatever. But um, it's gorgeous. I mean, I started with the Buzz Off pattern. So if you look up the Plum Street and you look up Buzz Off, it has the most amazing border. You have those? Yes, they're so cute. So on the Buzz Off, the pattern, the border, that stitched up on that 25 count is probably the most satisfying. I see, I was kind of thinking pillows myself, Steve. Um, it just looks so beautiful, but it is so hard on me. I might have to send those to you and let you finish. Just let you finish my work for me. I just don't know if my eyeballs are going to make it through that. I'm about halfway done with Buzz Off, and I haven't started on the Eat Crow yet. Although I have to say, I just adored stitching that little vulture. He's so cute too. I love her patterns. My favorite, most favorite as far as when they're stitched up is the blue flower. Her patterns look painted. I don't know how she does it. They don't look real. They don't look like cross stitch anymore. They look like paint. I'm working on her pattern and the sky walk down with the moon, I think is what it's called. It's divine. My gosh, it's beautiful. She just does beautiful patterns. I think she's my most favorite. These babies are freaking so cute. I guess I could try to be nice and put my leg down so you guys could have a better view of what's going on the other side of me here. Friend, are you enjoying your best life? Now don't come over here. I mean, you're close enough. Let's not get any closer because that's just going to cause a problem. Ugh, it's my fault. I should not have said his name. Why did I do it to myself? I love him so much, but see, he doesn't know personal space. He doesn't know it. He just does not. Okay, buddy, you're on my I can't. Nope. Okay, here we go. Let's just try to now you're caught on me. Here, let's move you around. Let's just lay down right here next to me, okay? Let's lay down. Let's just lay right there. You're okay. This is a good spot for you. It's real nice. Yep, this is good. Let's stay here. He doesn't want to. He's not. He's really pushing back against me. Buddy, let's try to pretend like I don't know that he wants in. Sometimes if I just kind of block his path and then I don't think it's working. It's not working today. Ah. Oh yes. We have the most glorious shop in Tulsa that's called the Silver Needle, and they have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stitched designs, um, models. Oh my gosh, seeing the stuff live is really or stitched up for real. I was away getting food. I can't believe it. Your license, profile and whatnot. Whatnot. That's what it's called. I cannot remember. Hey, when is it supposed to be? They've delayed my Walmart delivery. Uh-oh. Hopefully it's not too delayed because it's got key cat food. Let's see. It's okay, Donna. When you get it, just let me know. Oh, he is. He is a mess. He's not letting me have any space today. Friend, I love you. You're a good guy, but wow. This is what happens when you bring in a street cat. He doesn't know how long. I think I was trying to remember. He showed up in my memories. I haven't had Friend very long. I think this is going to be year 2. I got him in 20, I believe it was around Christmas of 2024. Christmas of 2024. Yeah. Yep. That's when he came into our life, and it's been real good, but he is pretty needy. It's pretty needy. And he's making all the biscuits. Okay. We're making this so hard, man. Have you guys, there's a lady that has a cat like him online, and he puts his paw, he just makes these biscuits right on her face. And these claws look pretty deadly. I mean, he's not hurting me at all, but I just can't imagine it on the face. Okay. Hello. Let's see your vampire teeth. Big old vampire teeth. Okay, let's not make biscuits on my project that I'm knitting. All right, I love you. It's time to sit down now so I can finish this row. It was a good cuddling time. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Just scooch over just a little bit. There you go. Just sit down right there. There you go. How's that? Just laying on Sunny. He cannot breathe down there. Sunny, there you go. He's got his head out and he can breathe again. Okay. Okay. Verify. Verify. Let's see. Yep, 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 yep. Very good. Why are you grabbing my... No, friend. Okay, listen. I love this, you guys. When when you make things, you just keep stopping and then just looking at it over and over. I mean, I guess probably my time on a project would be cut in half if I didn't feel that I need to examine it every couple of rows and just admire it. Asian inspired. Oh, okay. Sounds good. I'm having I think I'm gonna have hamburger patties for dinner. I don't care. My inflammation is so high right now. I have just destroyed my body with a week of eating horrible stuff with my nephew. So much ice cream, so much sugar, and then compounded with my crochet injuries yesterday. I have to get myself back under control. So I'm eating some not. I'm eating some kind of ketovore for a little bit because I gotta get this under control. It's hurting me. I might make me some turmeric tea. That sounds good, actually. Turmeric tea, huh, friend? Okay, I love you so much. It's like you're determined to not let me knit, though. I don't understand why you do the things that you do. I really love you. You're super cute. You make me feel like I need a nap. Do we see all these beans? Look at these beans right here. You see those? Can you guys see those little pink beans of Maryland's? Oh, goodness. Audrey, share. It's Bogart. Oh, Bogart's here. I love this guy. He has just become so dear to me with his little dumpling butt, his little chonky belly, his pink ears with the little veins running through them. They're so pretty. You can see how delicate they are. And he looks like alfalfa when I see him from the front because he's got such this little part. He's so precious. I love these guys. Hank, why are you all alone down there, buddy? Hank, Hank. Hank is just snoozing in the middle of the floor all by himself, where he was at when Mama was giving them nursing earlier. He didn't come back. He stayed down there. And that's all. There's 6 on me, so Hank is number 7. Oh, all right. I need you to scoocheroo. I have to finish this repeat, friend. Uh-oh. Mama came back again. You can go see her. I will not leave. They're so darling. Oh, I love them. I really do. It's going to be so sad when they're gone. Guess I should look and see what that message was saying about my order. $5.10. What happened? Let's see. Well, all right then. Well, we'll take it at 5.10. Uh, Kit Kats want their food, so we'll just be glad we're getting it at all, right? Oh boy. Get to have the soundtrack of friend grooming himself. Kitten induced frogging. Uh-oh. What'd they do? You lost count. You're off a stitch. I know all about it. I have been there. I try to never frog. I try only to tink. But if you go too far with your knitting, then sometimes you got to frog too. I missed a whole row. Eek. Well, hopefully it was just one color. That's not right. Oh, well, that's not bad. That hardly even counts, right? At least she caught it fast. I don't know. I think I have probably spent more time just redoing my pattern than I have actually frogging. But it's usually because I'm on to another color when I realize that something was a little bit off. And I don't think I've ever had it be so bad to where I couldn't just budget, you know? Um, but as long as you catch it early, it's not a big deal. All right, now let's verify again. I don't even remember. Am I on this row? I think so. This is a knit. Okay. Knit, 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 knit. Remember that. There you go. You're multitasking, Donna. You're doing a good job. Oh, yeah, long dog. I started the pandemic, well, right after the pandemic started. I didn't start cross stitching until, well, so I'm a respiratory therapist. I can remember this forever now. I was working, 2020 came, we got really busy. I was working like 6 12s a week because we were so short staffed, and I always worked overnights. And I did so good, and I made it all the way until December of 2020. And then it finally got me. And I was sick and I was home. And after I stopped hallucinating and I was recovering, I had been watching YarnTube, and as YouTube does, it'll kind of flow you into different things. Ooh, cilantro would be really good. I've got some growing out in my garden. You want me to go get you some, Donna? Um, anyway, it took me to Teresa Little Stitcher's channel, and she had a whole little series on heaven and earth designs and how she does full coverage. And I had never even heard of anything like that. And I started watching those videos, and I watched her whole series, and I was on fire for it because, again, ADD. And so I went and ordered myself up an entire kit from Heaven and Earth Designs because I didn't want to try to do it myself. So, anyways, I ordered one of those kits, and then I sat there and after the fact realized it was going to take like some months before it arrived to me. And I was like, well, that will never do. So then I started ordering kits, and then I started ordering everything myself and patterns online and Pattern Keeper. And I just fell all the way down the whole darn rabbit hole. But I did start in 2021. I did start the pandemic. I even bought myself an entire hank of hand dyed silk thread, and I've still got it. It's still in there. I have not finished it. But at least I think I am doing that on 20 count. And it is a hand dyed, but it's an Ada. So it's like a fiber on a whim Ada. It's not that nasty, hard, plasticky junk. It feels like fabric. It's good. I did learn um, that hand dyed good Ada was nothing like the stuff that you get in kits and buy at Walmart. But that'll be which long dog are you working on? What is that? I guess it's in the music background. There's a weird sound that's like ah, intermittently here that I keep thinking someone's screaming. Okay. so excited to get started on this stranded color work section. I want to see what this looks like. Just these colors are so pretty. And the next those little bands, they're little. There's only not too many rows of them, so that it'll be two different colors than what this is. So I'm excited to see it. Hi, Hank. It's so good to see your little red-headed face in my area. I say yay about that. You're so darling. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Oh, I love that. I love that, Steve. I'm going to have to look it up. I haven't seen it, but that sounds really precious. Is Marilyn the light colored kitty? Yes, she's this one right here. She's kind of a cream buff color with the gray tips. She's got the Siamese. She's actually considered a snowshoe because she's got white feet, but her body's kind of a buffy, creamy color with the gray tips. She's so sweet. Yeah, she's really pretty. And she's got, because she's Siamese, she's got those really pretty ice blue crystal eyeballs. They're so pretty. So, so, so pretty. She will get adopted fast. I have no idea. Like Elvis is pre-adopted already. He's the solid smoky gray guy. I knew he'd go fast too. Any cat that has a unique color or patterning is going to go fast. The long-haired kittens always go faster than the short-haired kittens. Um, but yeah, they're so sweet. I love them so much. Let's see. What row am I on? Okay, there I am. Sorry, I'm just rechecking my work. If I can check it at the beginning, in the middle, and the end, then I know I stay on track. And if I do end up having to tink something, it's never too terrible. To the marker. Knit two, slip one. Is that what I did? Yes, okay, thank goodness. So we start the slip. Just making sure. Hi, Sunny. What are you doing, my little buddy? Are you so cute? You're just so poofy. See, Sunny, Marilyn will probably get adopted first, then Sunny, and then the other ones. That's my that's my guess based on past experience. Look at this guy, so sweet and he's so cute. And he's got long hair. And people like that. They like a fluffy, long haired kitten. Even though they're a lot more work, huh? They're more work, aren't they? But that's okay. It's worth it because they're precious. Wee. Trying to get him to look at the camera. He's so sweet. Oh, he's a good guy. He's a real good guy. Love to love him. I love to love him and Hank and everybody else. Oh, I hate the feline leukemia. I've had a kitty cat that passed from that too. Yeah, little Hank right here, he is so sweet. And I think that the reason why, number one, when you touch, oh, no, they said it's running a little late and they've updated the new time to 5:10. So whenever it comes, you can come down here and load it into the car and we'll just drive it up. Okay. All right. You home? Okay. All right. Well, I love you. All right. Bye. But anyways, about Hank, because I think it's because number one, when you touch him, he immediately starts just purring. He is so happy to be acknowledged. But I think because he was just laying out, well, he was at this abandoned house and he was just screaming and screaming. So he was a true, like, emergent rescue because he was alone. It was hot. He was hungry. He was thirsty. All the things. He was infested with fleas. He had to be quarantined for a little while. So he didn't get to be with all the other kittens at first. We had to make sure he was okay before we could introduce him. But he's so sweet, and I am. He's going to be hard because the ones that you have to like save, they're the ones that are the hardest to get rid of because they really become your babies. Like these ones, I love them and I'm going to miss them for sure, but their mama's taking care of them for the most part. I haven't had to step in and do a whole lot with them, as far as like meds and things like that. Oh, how funny. Oh, I wish you guys could see Bogart right now. All the toys are up on the couch because I was gonna vacuum and he's having a great time. Oh look, here comes one thing. Not his stuff, but my other stuff that I ordered that was supposed to be delivered yesterday. Out for delivery yesterday. Almost made it here, and then I guess they got tired of working and decided to head back to their terminal or whatever you call it. Warehouse. I don't know how that works, but that's so crazy. You can like track your packages with FedEx and UPS now, and it's like 5 stops away, 3 stops away. It's like almost here, and then boom, there it went. It's gone. Getting a notification. We're sorry. Your package has been delayed. We'll update you when we know the new tracking. I said, well, I bet you I know when it'll be tomorrow when you go back to work again because there was literally no reason for it not to come on over. Okay, so I'm going to get to the end of this row. And then I do believe I'll go get this package off my porch. And then I think I'm going to have to look for some dinner for myself because I am starting to get a little bit hungry. And my husband's going to eat he already had meal prepped because he's doing a specific eating plan right now. So I'm on my own. I will go and look and find something for me. And then we'll see. Hopefully my hand feels good tomorrow when I wake up. It's just funny how knitting does not. I told my mom, I was like, I don't know what the difference is, but there is some kind of difference because my hand hurt so bad from crocheting. Yep, I'm going to be back tomorrow for something for sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a live or if I'll just go on and do what I said I was going to do to begin with. I still want to show you guys my finished objects proper. And I'm hoping that that granny merge blouse will be one of them. So we'll see. Okay, let's see what I've got here now. Hey, my husband's home. So I guess I'm picking the right time to finish up here. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? OMG. That is so pretty. I love this texture. This is going to be really, really, really pretty. I'm excited to keep working on it and showing you guys how it comes out. So anyway, I will go get my stuff. Yeah, it's really pretty. You could do a whole shawl like this, Donna. I'm going to go get my package off the porch and figure out dinner. And I'll see you guys tomorrow in some form or fashion. I hope everybody has a happy 4th if you're doing that kind of stuff. Otherwise, enjoy your weekend. Get lots of stitching time in. I will talk with you guys later. Thank you. Thank you. It is very nice. See y'all later. Bye-bye.